Hi everyone, welcome to the Early On. I'm Danielle. We offer programs for children and their families from ages 0 to 6 in Brantford and Brant County. Today I'm going to read you a story. It's called Maple, and it's written by Laurie Nichols, and it's one of the Dolly Parton's Imagination Library books. And it's about a young girl who loves trees, nature, seasons, and her little baby sister. Maple loved her name. When she was still a whisper, her parents planted a tiny tree in her honor. There's the tree. And even though Flavia, Millie Jane, Lena, Lily, and Constant were all good names, Maple was the perfect fit. And as Maple grew, so did her tree. Sometimes when Maple was noisy, which was a lot, her parents sent her outside to play. Her tree didn't mind if she was loud. Maple would sing to her tree, and sway for her tree, and sometimes even pretend to be a tree. On some days when the wind was just right, Maple would simply lie under her tree and its leaves would dance just for her. Then one day Maple noticed her tree was bare. Maple was worried her tree might get cold. So Maple took off her jacket and gave it to the tree to stay warm. Sometimes Maple wished she had someone else to play with. The tree wasn't very good at throwing snowballs. She wondered if the tree felt the same way. So Maple introduced her tree to a friend, a snowman. That friendship didn't last, but Maple and her tree still had each other. Through winter and spring. Then one day, something surprising happened. Then something really surprising happened. Maple became a big sister. Maple tried to be a good big sister. If the baby was cold, Maple gave the baby her hat and gloves. If the baby was lonely, Maple would share her special friends. But Maple couldn't always make the baby happy. And when the baby was noisy, which was a lot, Maple would take her outside to play. And something magical happened. Maple's tree danced for them both. And there was just enough room under the tree for Maple and her little sister Willow. What a beautiful story that was. If you noticed, in the beginning of the story, Maple was just a little baby, and so was the tree. The tree was planted as a tiny seed and it grew very big. And Maple, she grew from a tiny baby into a little toddler and then into a little girl. And she got to see all the different seasons that pass through the year. Fall, winter, spring, and summer. And she got to see how the tree changed. As we get older, our bodies change, and we go from crawling to walking, from babbling to talking. Many things happen to us as we grow. Maple trees can actually grow to be up to 200 years old. That's pretty amazing. Humans can't even live that long. After you've read the story, you might want to read the story again. And the author has some great suggestions at the back of the book for activities that you could do with your child. She suggests looking at the front and the back of the book and asking your child what might be the same and what's different. Um, how does the tree look different from the front to the back? How are Maple's clothes different from the front to the back? Talk to your child about the different seasons in the story. What's the ground look like when it's fall, and what's the ground look like when it's winter? What happens to the leaves in the winter? What happens to the leaves in the spring? Tell your child that the girl and the tree are both named Maple. Lie down together under a tree with your child and watch the leaves as they move in the wind. Go on a nature hunt with your child. Find some leaves and pine cones and sticks and see what you can make with that. Give your child a little seed to plant and watch it as it grows over the next few months. They're just some extra little activities that you can do with any book that you read with your child. Always take the moment to talk about the book and what happens in the story, and reread it and compare the different similarities and differences. Really loved the pictures. It really reminded me of myself as a young girl. I used to spend endless amounts of time outside amongst the trees, laying underneath the leaves just like Maple did and watching them move in the wind. I never really thought of them as dancing, but that's a nice special way to put it. So I thought I might find a fun little activity for you to do with things that you might just have around the house that can track your growth. It starts with a little poem that you can find online, and what I'll do for you today is I'll have the poem available for you after the story. You can write it down on a piece of paper with your parent and sign your name and the date. But it says, "This ribbon is very special, as you will soon see. Take it out and you will find that it is the same size as me." So if you can go around your house and look for some ribbon or some special string and some yarn, what you're going to want to do is measure out the ribbon from your head to your foot, and have your parent cut the proper length of your height. And then once you've written out your poem, you can attach the ribbon to the poem. Place a little hole in the paper. And then you can take the yarn and weave it through the hole as well. And this makes for the perfect little keepsake for you to place in a baby book or a little keepsake box. And if it's the holidays, you might want to use it as a special gift to give to a parent or a grandparent. And if you happen to have any little ornaments around, you can put some extra ribbon or sparkles inside and place the special ribbon that you measured inside of the ornament. Just like so. And then you'll want to put the cap back on. And take the yarn with the poem, weave it through the little hook. And there you have a special little ornament to give as a gift or just use as a keepsake. And every year you can make a new one and compare how much you've grown each year. It would be really fun if you waited a few years and then saw the difference in your height over a few years. Just something special that you can do to start tracking how much you've grown over the years. I hope you enjoyed our story today, and I hope you enjoyed the special activity. Thanks for joining the Early On today. Bye.